How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Wexham Investing channel. If you're new here, this is where we break down the CS2 market, talk strategy, and help you make smarter skin investments. In today's video, we're looking at the best skins that you can buy for exactly 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100. But before we jump in, let's make something very clear. This isn't about finding the skins with the highest possible percentage return. It's about finding a smart, safe, and realistic investment. So when I pick these skins, I'm looking at things like liquidity. How fast can I actually sell it if I need the money back? Stability. Could the skin suddenly collapse in price? This is very important when looking at an investment. And most importantly, long-term growth potential. Skins that historically have trended upwards and historically have a very nice backlog. By the end of this video, hopefully you will have found something that you want to invest in. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. If you want to dive even deeper into CS2 investing, make sure to check out my brand new websites that I just launched last week. On there, you can see all of my own investments, track what I'm holding, and follow along as the market moves. And while you're there, make sure to join our Discord community. Inside the Discord, we do giveaways, analyze skins together, react to market pumps in real time, and even track Chinese inventories with help of an AI bot, which help us spot potential price spikes before almost anyone else. But more than that, it's just a great place to meet people who share the same passion for Counter-Strike investing as you. If you ever have a question about any of your own investments, just drop it in the server and one of us will jump in with a full detailed breakdown of that skin. Alright, starting off with the $5 budget. Now in the current CS2 market, going for any active drop pool case is basically a gamble. Prices swing hard right now and supply is massive, and honestly, it just doesn't fit the idea of this video, which is to look for safe, long-term stable investments. So my recommendation for the 5-tier skin is the Shattered Web case. This is one of the very few cases in Counter-Strike that is completely unobtainable today. It doesn't drop at all. It's not even in the rare drop pool. And the supply is shrinking every single day. No new copies are coming in, only leaving. And right now, its price sits slightly above the $5 mark, which makes it one of the best low-budget long-term holds in the entire market. Supply is low, it's discontinued, and it's historically been very stable. Exactly what we're looking for in this type of video. Moving on to the $10 budget. Now, I could sit here and say buy 3 Stockholm capsules, or buy 3 Tech9 FUBARs, or even buy 15 fracture cases, and all of those would have been great investments. But for this video, I want to try to stick to one item per budget, so your $10 goes into a single focused investment. And for the $10, my pick is the Nightboar from the Norse collection. This comes from what is easily one of the most loved and respected collections in the entire game, the Norse collection. And the Nightboar specifically has an extremely low supply, which is a very good sign for a long-term investment. But the best part, its price graph is beautiful. Year after year, it has slowly, steadily, consistently been rising. No crazy hype spikes, no random dumps, just a clean, predictable upwards trend that we love to see when we're looking for a safe, long-term investment. So, for the $10, the Nightboar is a perfect example of a low-risk, high-stability pick that fits exactly in this video. Next up, the $20 budget. And for this price point, the pick is actually really clean and simple. The USPS Overgrowth. This skin has everything you want in a safe long-term investment. Firstly, it trades up to the Fire Serpent, which gives it built-in consistent demand from traders and collectors. Secondly, it's been slowly rising every single year. No hype pumps, no ugly dips, just a smooth, reliable upwards trend. And thirdly, it's super easy to sell. Liquidity is one of the most important factors in this video, and the Overgrowth checks that box perfectly. For $20, you really can't go wrong here. Now, I do want to add a quick bonus mention, the P90 virus. At the moment, it's also sitting around the $20 mark, and it could turn out to be a very, very solid investment. The problem is we just don't have enough backlog or historical data on it yet, and because of its float cap, it's recently become a really good investment. But if you want to know more about that skin, I recommend watching the video I posted just last week. So while the virus might become interesting in the future, it doesn't have the same liquidity, history, or confidence as the Overgrowth. And that's why the USPS Overgrowth takes the #1 spot for the $20 tier. Now for the $50 budget. And honestly, this is where things get really fun. There are so many good investments around this price point. The problem is that most of them either don't cost exactly $50 or they're great investments but miss one of the three pillars that I judge everything on in this video: backlogging, liquidity, and a stable long-term growth. So with all that in mind, the only item that truly checks every single box for me and cost exactly $50 is the 2013 esports case. This case is completely discontinued. The supply is extremely low and it contains all of the OG knives, OG skins, and it has one of the strongest, most consistent historical backlogs in the entire market. Every single year, this case proves itself to be a strong, long-term, low-risk investment. The only downside is you can't open it. It has to sit in a storage unit completely untouched, collecting dust and value. But as an investment, it's basically perfect at this price point. Now, if you want an actual skin instead of a case, you can look at something like the Starcade and Field Tested. That cost exactly $50 and is a great investment as it just became a discontinued collection. The problem is it doesn't have any backlog whatsoever, and that's why the 2013 esports case takes the $50 spot. And finally, we've got the $100 budget. Now, I'll be honest, this one took me the longest to figure out. There are tons of amazing investments for $90, and there are even more good investments for $120. But for exactly $100, the list got pretty small. But one item stood out way more than the rest: the Op Sun and Leo from the Gods and Monsters collection. This pick hits every single factor that I care about. First off, it's something that you can use every day in game. It looks great and you can flex it. But more importantly, it comes from one of the rarest and most desired collections in all of CS2. It's the Gods and Monsters collection. And here's where it gets really good. The Sun and Leo is a trade-up goldmine, feeding into some of the most iconic skins ever made. We're talking the Medusa, the Icarus Fell, the Poseidon. That trade-up demand alone keeps the price very strong. But on top of that, the skin has been around for a very long time. It has an amazing historical backlog, and it's one of those items that just slowly climbs every single day. No crashes, no spikes, just like all of the other skins on this list. And this is exactly what a long-term investor would like to see in a skin. And the cherry on top is that it's very liquid. People buy this skin every single day. We have several sales. So if you ever need to cash out or rotate your portfolio, it's really easy to move. And that's why the Sun and Leo is my pick for the $100 budget. Alright, that wraps up today's video. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it.